You know, watching Kanye West today makes me wonder what really happened between him and Kendrick Lamar. There was a time when Kanye showed nothing but love when Kendrick was coming up. Kanye was one of the first, like, publicly to give Kendrick props. You know, he even took Kendrick on tour. So how do you go from that to what we see now, right? I got a video here today from Chick Smooth, and they get it in. Go over there, give them a like, give them a follow. PeePodCove, welcome back to the channel. Let's get right to it.
Your boy BREAD Fox reporting from the Chigs universe. So today we're gonna talk about this Carti album, but more specifically about Kanye saying he don't want to hear no Kendrick, which is really, really crazy. But you know, there's a lot of stuff that happened with the Carti album. So we're gonna go over a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? So first thing we're gonna talk about is how Kanye, it seems like he has absolutely hit a 180 when it comes to his opinion on Kendrick Lamar. Literally at the beginning of the entire Kendrick and Drake beef, Kanye actually hopped on the Like That remix, and the first thing he said was, "Yo, Dot, I got you." And to go from "Yo, Dot, I got you" to "I'm not trying to hear no Kendrick on Carti's album" is actually a crazy 180-degree turn. Kendrick has always been one of Ye's actual favorite rappers, right? So I remember back in 2015, he even tweeted out one time saying, "Back in the studio, started my day off with Kendrick," which was a big acknowledgement back then, because, you know, Kanye has the biggest
That is wild, right?
ego in the whole world. Pause. So it's just weird to see him switch up like this, right? So a lot of people are speculating as to why. And it's not like that was just a one-time thing where he was complimenting Kendrick, right? There's a bunch of times where he complimented Kendrick on his artistry, his craft, and how he's so much original versus everybody else that's around right now. There's even a bunch of unreleased music between Kendrick and Kanye, which was confirmed.
Yo, what happens to, first of all, I remember specifically there being talk that Kendrick and Kanye have like an album's worth of unreleased songs together.
Right, that Madlib beats.
Have you heard these songs?
Yeah, it was over Madlib beats.
How? So there's like an album's worth of Kendrick Kanye songs over Madlib production.
Yeah.
What happens to this music and what's it sound like?
So in total, they probably have like a whole album's worth of content over Madlib beats. The whole world needs to hear that, and it's actually a crime.
Listen, we all need to hear that for real. Whatever beef y'all got going on, y'all need to squash it. I don't know who owned the rights, but somebody need to get on that ASAP. That could be a classic album right there. Wow, we need to see that.
That it never came out, but that just goes to show how great of a relationship Kendrick and Kanye had in the past. So we're not really understanding why all of that has shifted. A lot of people are just saying that, like, you know, this is just Kanye's way of trying to stay relevant and clout chasing. As we all know, Kanye is a true artist in its form, right? So
me personally, I think it's his ego. Kanye has always been known for having like a larger than life ego. You know, and when you see somebody like Kendrick who's humble and still dominating the game, you know, you wonder, is Kanye feeling or starting to feel some type of way? You know, he's more approach things like a loud, up in your face type of energy, where Kendrick is laid back, chill. You know, you might really, you know, Kendrick kept rising, winning Grammys, getting praises, and starting the true to himself.
As we all know, Kanye is a true artist in its form, right? So he does whatever he can to have some type of shock value and get the people riled up and get the people conversating, even if it means dissing Kendrick Lamar on the day that he drops a project, Playboi Carti, and he's pretty much the executive producer. A lot of people also speculated that Kanye just mad that he wasn't even on the Carti album. As we all know, Carti had probably one of the biggest songs on Kanye's album, so it's kind of crazy for Ye not to even be on Carti's album, and then to have Kendrick producing pretty much the whole thing. So a lot of people are speculating like that's the reason why as well. Not gonna lie to you, him saying straight up outright that he doesn't like Kendrick's music is kind of actually a crazy turn, especially when there's a bunch of receipts that show otherwise. But you know, that's just Ye. That's like the least crazy thing that happened with the Carti album, right? Seems like the theme for this album's rollout was straight up chaos. Carti's project has been one of the most controversial rollouts in recent history. Like, you have people arguing on all landscapes of media. You have streamers going at streamers. You have personalities going at personalities. You have rappers going at rappers. It's like this whole thing is a cluster. It's actually crazy, and it's actually pretty amazing. It's like this album was crazy from the start, right? Like literally the way that it was even released was crazy. So a lot of people were expecting this album weeks ago, months ago, and then everybody, the entire world was expecting the album at 12 midnight on Friday. However, 12 midnight came and the album didn't come. Pause. It seemed like Carti was just baiting everybody like he usually does, and people weren't even sure about when the album was coming. It seemed like the entire streaming community was up for this album, and a lot of streamers were confused themselves.
It is 5 a.m. He is not dropping.
Yeah, but bro, he told Kai 1 second.
Oh, you don't see it? You don't know, Dante?
What?
He's part of it.
And when the album did finally come out, nobody seemed to be that disappointed. It seemed like it really catered to all of his fans. The streamers who are big.
Whoa, what the hell? Is that Kai? What we got going on here, buddy? And why is Act looking at it? Why is Act checking that out? Whoa.
Carti fans also really enjoyed the album, and of course, like with any great project, there's going to be mixed reviews. However, some of the good reviews, Kai Cenat for one really enjoyed the album. You can hear him in this clip talking about how he feels as though the album is a 9 out of 10.
Probably like 5. I just say 5.
Let's be honest. Kai is definitely compromised.
But if I had to rate I Am Music, first listen, I will go with an 8.8. An 8.8, like very precise on that. But after relapping, it's truly a 9, bro.
And that's really a big compliment towards the album. I'm not gonna lie to you, in my opinion, I could kind of agree with that sentiment. I wouldn't give it a 9 out of 10. I would say it's about like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. It's really good album overall.
That's about where I'll rank it to. It was a good album. I went back and listened to. You don't listen to that for lyrics. You listen to it to bob your head, workout. It's a good workout at a gym album. I did it twice already, did last week. It's a real good album to work out to.
All the features were very well placed. You could definitely feel Kendrick's touch on the album. It was a little bit more organized than a Carti album usually is. So I was really impressed by that. Coming from somebody who hasn't listened to Carti in a while, I was actually pretty taken aback, and I was pretty interested to see that I would actually be probably paying this album a couple of times. So that's definitely good from there. Like I said, with every great work of art, there's going to be mixed reviews. So some people were not feeling the album at all. One of those people was Sneako.
So many of these songs sounds like intros. All of them are like, okay, here it's hype. The DJ's hyping it up. Crazy beat, trumpets. And then there's no hook. There's no flow. There's no originality. And all the features are repetitive, except for The Weeknd. It's a song filled with beats that sound like the intro to an album. It's like, this is dope. This is dope. He's probably in the studio for 5 years. Like, this beat's crazy. This beat's crazy. He thought every song. No, albums need cohesion.
Yeah, you could tell he really didn't have any love for the album, saying that pretty much it sounded like a whole bunch of intros put together and it sounded very rushed in a sense, right? It's like a lot of different avenues were touched with this album's release. One of the biggest things is that, Kendrick definitely dropped a feature on there. He actually gave it to Carti for free. So shout out to Kendrick for that, helping out the young talent. That's amazing.
I heard about that. Definitely got to keep it. Like right now, Kendrick don't need the money. He the hits guy. He gonna be the feature guy. He gonna be the feature guy. Now listen, when I'm shooting this video, the results just came out on the Billboard Hot 100s. I'm actually gonna shoot that video coming up next. But all 30 songs from that Carti I Am Music album is on the Billboard Top 100 this week, which is crazy, insane. All 30 songs are on there.
Features were on point, went crazy. He had some really good bars on there. A couple of impactful bars, of course. It's Kendrick. He had that one bar where he dissed ASAP Relly, which is crazy. He said, I'm on point like Relly. Fire bar. And of course, I guess Kendrick's been listening to the Joe Budden pod because he's probably the first person to drop that Luka Doncic trade bar, that Joe personally requested.
He said that's like how that. We really know. I seen somebody tweet, I know rap fell off. We ain't heard one Luka Doncic trade bar. It's like, holy shit.
Bro, we ain't heard
It was
a
you.
lot of
That
bars.
don't happen no more.
We
It was
haven't heard
you.
no raps.
Look, it was you, Fab, Game, Wale, with the sports bars and the current bars. Ain't nobody rapping.
Yeah. All the analogy shit, frack.
Damn it.
So I know Joe's gonna be happy about that. Then there was like some other controversies and stuff on the side. You know, academics always got to figure out his way to get into every single hip hop rollout. And he started crashing out on Yes Jules. Why? Because while he was going through the album, he was saying that Kendrick pretty much executive produced the album. One of Carti's main producers, Filthy, responded and said Kendrick was not an executive producer on the album. Am I supposed to know who this person is? Like, whatever, who is this nigga? This nigga ain't nobody. Yes, Jules jumped in and said, if you don't know who Filthy is and you call yourself a hip-hop journalist, then clearly you don't know how to do your job. And academics did not like that at all. So he went crazy on Yes, Jules.
How dare you talk to me? You done sucked up half the industry talking about Big Act. I don't want to hear nothing from no whore today, bro. Sit your whore ass up. Get some Listerine. Fucking cock sucking. When it's dick sucking time, we'll call you.
He did say something that was a key.
Whoa, Akadidi is getting violent. He talks a lot of junk when he's behind that soapbox, boy.
Bar on there. After he put out that tweet, he did say that last tweet was sponsored by Kanye, which is crazy. All in all, it's sad to see that, you know, Ye's taking this stance against Kendrick. And, you know, like from people who are real hip hop fans, I know a lot of people were hoping that one day we would get music from them. But knowing how Kendrick is, he doesn't really tolerate disrespect too much. And even his team, or at least his former team and his camp, even started speaking out. You had tweets from Punch saying, like, what's going on with Kanye in a sense? You know what I mean? So it looks like Kendrick and Kanye probably will never, ever work again. And we're probably never, ever going to get those records that they have over Madlib. But we want to know, how do y'all feel about the Carti album? We get a lot of mixed reviews, but drop your thoughts down in the comments. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, BREAD, Brett Fox, reporting from the Chicks Universe.
Make sure y'all go over there, give them a like, give them a follow. They make awesome videos. Now, did y'all listen to the Carti album? Let me know as well down in the comments if you liked it or not. You know, when you look at this whole Kanye situation, right? Kanye used to be the voice, you know, the one that everyone looked to when it was time for boundaries to be pushed, different trends to come out. And he feels like now Kendrick has taken that mantle, and Kanye isn't handling this well at all. Maybe part of his recent fact that Kendrick is seen as the voice now. You know, people look to Kendrick now. They're not looking at Ye anymore. I mean, Ye is a lot older and he's done a lot of things to give us reasons not to follow him. You know, it's disappointing to see how things have shifted. Hip hop is competitive, sure, but it doesn't have to be built on tearing each other down, you know, stuff like that. What happens to the brotherhood, the respect? You know, it's like Kanye forgot what it means, what made Kendrick great in the first place, you know, and when you think about how much work they have done together, and you really got to wonder, are those songs ever going to come out? Are we ever going to hear any of those music? And that's something that, you know what? I would say yes, because at the end of the day, it's all about money. And if a Kanye K-Dot collab comes out, that's going to do insane numbers. That's all those tracks would be in the top 100, the top 10 in the 100. I could see that happening. But y'all let me know down in the comments how y'all feel about Ye, feel about, you know, Ye's just been on a different level. This is PeePodCove. I don't want to make this a long video. Like the video, share the video. I appreciate it. See y'all on the next one. Where's my goal?